afternoon, Thursday, 1st of September. Spring has sprung.
Only in the south. Not the northern hemisphere viewers.
Sorry about that.
First day of autumn. Fall.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, my bad. Welcome. We are going to tackle a big issue today.
Massive. Sales inspiration. Sales training even.
Absolutely.
Yeah, free sales training right now.
So the problem that we're going to talk about today is when you've spent all this money on your website. It looks amazing. It's got heaps of content. You've listened to all the Kingdom Live videos. You've answered all the customers' questions.
Yep.
Then, as a user, I go to make the call. I ring your company. I ring your business. What am I going to get?
Now this is taken as a live today event. So talk us through what happened. It's Beefy Beefmeisters.
No, I can't name the company because they are an Adelaide-based business.
No, put them on there. Shame. Or just, what was a weird name?
Bucket O' Beef.
Bucket O' Beef, right. Pet food, okay.
Okay, cool. So we just bought a puppy.
Yeah.
And I'm a bit lost. I don't really know what I'm doing with the food scenario. So
high drama.
Oh my gosh, it's actually consumed me for the week.
Yeah.
So I thought I'd do some Google searching, and
As you do, first stage. It's interesting how you say that, Zan, but the first thing, like we talk about this all the time in our training sessions, but then you buy something, like a puppy, and you want to do something, and you go Google, it's like, that's exactly what we said we'd do, and there's all these stories.
And my big stumbling block with this puppy is, what do I give it for breakfast? I know that sounds like a really odd thing, but I find it kind of weird giving the dog meaty bits for breakfast.
Or does it have actually breakfast, lunch, and dinner?
Well, that's what I mean.
Do you know? Well, I thought dogs had one meal a day, but let's get some comments from dog owners.
I'm supposed to be giving this dog 3 meals a day. Oh. So is it the same 3 meals?
So wolf picks?
That would bore me. Anyway, so I get the phone number for Bucket O' Beef and I make the call.
How'd you find it?
How did I find the phone number?
Google.
Well, it was there. It was the first thing I saw.
Okay, so you got and searched Google's, and then they successfully got their number. Now, did they pay? Was it paid advertising? Or was it actually, okay, so they organically won the war to get the click. Now this is really important because a lot of effort's gone into probably getting up to number one, and a lot of money has gone into the effort of getting to number one, so that if you do go ahead and search their product on Google, then you are clicked. And look, we should never forget how much effort goes into that from a marketing sales point of view, advertising, convincing the board, convincing the CEO, making it happen. And they got the click.
They got it.
They got the click, and then what?
Well, I was in the car.
So you're on the phone in the car.
So I thought I would ring them. I have looked at their website before and I didn't really understand. It was a bit glitchy, a bit clunky.
Okay, so there's another lesson there, isn't it? So it was on the phone?
No, on the iMac at home.
Okay, but the key thing is that if you have a website that's slightly clunky, then you're going to slowly go down the spiral of no trust and dislike, particularly on mobile. You've got to have a banging mobile website.
But you know what Matt sent me back there? I'd had a referral from a friend.
That's another interesting comment. We've actually got a blog. We'll include the link on this. It's called Talking About Word of Mouth, the power of word of mouth.
Yeah.
We get this a lot where people say, "Oh yeah, no, we get a lot of word of mouth business." Word of mouth business was great back in the 80s and 90s and 2000s, where someone would give you a call, but it's changed because word of mouth is just the first part. The second part is very much the confirmation that is a business you want to work with, and that's where you will actually go to their website based on the actual word of mouth, and that's all good, but you want to go to the website to confirm that they are the choice for your business. So if your website is poor, that word of mouth won't work. So it'll just say, well, you know what, Johnny who gave me the word of mouth, he's a bit crazy because this website's crap, I'm not calling them.
Yeah, but I still did.
You did? How'd they go?
So I made the call. And I kind of felt a little bit like I was interrupting her day.
Okay, so that's tip number one. Telephone skills are really important.
Yep.
The person at the end of your phone needs to appreciate how much effort has gone into that marketing production to get that call in the first place. Because if they do, they're going to realise that call's absolutely priceless.
Yeah. So her first question to me, well, she didn't really ask the question. She just did the whole, hey, bucket of beef.
Yep.
Diane speaking.
Hi, this bucket of beef, Diane.
Yeah. So I said...
In that order?
Yeah.
Yeah, good.
I'm calling, I have an 11-week-old puppy. I've got no idea what I'm doing with regards to food.
Yep.
Can you help me?
So they're a pet food supply?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Then what happened?
Her first question to me was, will you be buying this on the internet or will you be coming into the store?
Right, so that's like That's like an hour of sales training right here. Okay, so the first thing I'd say to that is that, importantly, whatever the customer asks you, make sure that you then put that little question aside and then begin the process of asking 20 questions to discover exactly all about them. Because let's not forget, the most important person in the entire world is you and you and you to yourself. And it's built into our DNA. If we don't look after ourselves, we die as a human race. It's actually intrinsic in our genome structure, right? So very important that the person on the end of the phone begins the conversation by asking a bunch of questions. Don't just go and answer the customer's question straight away, because they don't necessarily, you don't know enough about them first. You've got to build the rapport. So the first thing I would have said is, what kind of dog you got?
Yeah.
Isn't that quite important?
Yeah.
It's not a question about whether it's online or if it's actually in store, because that's all about the business and all about that receptionist dealing with her issues and dealing with how she's going to provide, nothing to do with the customer. So it's about, what sort of dog have you got? What colour is it? How cute is it? How old is it? Agree?
Oh, totally agree.
Yeah.
Not to mention the fact, by saying to me, are you going to buy it online, there is an assumption there that I know
I'm not going to buy it from you.
Store,
exactly.
or that I am actually going to buy.
Yeah.
So
why does she want to know that anyway?
Well, I don't really know.
Yeah, but who cares? It's none of your problem, is it? No.
Really, yeah. So then I actually told her that I was happy to make an online purchase. My dog's 11 weeks old, it's a Labradoodle, blah, 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 blah.
Right,
So
yeah.
I then fed her the information.
Yeah, so you're feeding the dog food person. Okay, good, yep.
Then I was put on hold.
Right.
From about Tapley's Hill Road to Port Road.
Wow. So you're
I was on hold for
5
ages. What? No traffic.
Okay, so there's no questions we have here, and there's hold music. Any hold music?
Yeah, there was blurb. So in that blurb,
So once again, they've gone. Yeah.
I got to learn about the mince loaf that they do.
Right. So on hold advertising works.
Well, I actually was able to glean kind of the information I needed to know.
Yeah.
So then she comes back and she gives me a little bit of a rundown, but this bit of the conversation was a caveat put on it, telling me that they are only here to just give me a guide. They can't really tell me what to do.
Right. So once again, fell for the trap. The poor person or the inefficient salesperson fell for the trap of starting to blurt the answers without actually knowing more about the product. So here's how they should have done it, right? First of all, breathe some love into the phone.
Yeah.
Breathe some love into the phone. Hi, it's Adam speaking. Welcome to Bob's Meat House, what it's called. Bucket of beef, right? So Zan, what sort of dog you got?
A Labradoodle.
Fantastic. How old is it?
He's 11 weeks old.
Oh, how cute. I bet he's gorgeous.
And he's very
Have
cute.
you got any photos you can send me?
Oh,
What colour is he?
a caramel.
And how much is he eating?
Well, he's eating everything I give him.
Okay, so all these questions are designed for me to build rapport and actually learn about the dog, right? Because that person doesn't even have to have the answers, but by asking all the questions and documenting the answers, then they can go to the dog food specialist out the back who's Billy in charge of dog food and just recount those questions that you've asked to him, and he'll say, yeah, it's the XYZ 462.
Because it's okay not to know, isn't it?
Okay not to know, no problem at all, but that doesn't stop you asking questions to find out more.
Yeah,
very important. Now, the key part of today's session, which we're finally getting around to, sorry for being long, is that the marketing effort that was taken to get that call was substantial. And the marketing of the creation of the website and the processes the owners put in place to make that business recognizable, they succeeded.
Yeah.
But the person on the other end of the phone failed because of poor sales skills. So the marketing may well get blamed for that. The website doesn't work. In actual fact, it's the salesperson that doesn't work. It's not the website, it's the salesperson. So this is where you've got to have an experience that matches. You've got to have a great website and great sales staff that are fully trained and understand exactly what they're doing with it. And if you've got a rubbish website, well, then you're in big trouble. So you need to get that up to standard to start with, and you've got to have the sales experience to match it so that if you do get the lead, after all that incredible effort to build that website, then the salesperson will convert that lead and make that sale, ring that cash register.
Yeah. So the key takeaways for me, and you can't take away dog food. It's delivery.
It's delivery. Okay.
Product knowledge. She didn't have enough. She wasn't able to confidently tell me what I needed to know.
Yep.
She didn't have any animation. So
No
there was
animation.
no personality about her.
Yep.
I've hung up the phone and I kind of don't feel like I'm going to feel bad.
Well, saleability, it's a function, it's coming in the book, my book coming out soon. The saleability issue is it's a factor of knowledge plus animation. You've got to have knowledge and you've got to have animation. Those two go together, you'll get sales.
Yep. She didn't do a great deal to build a rapport with me.
No rapport. She's like, online or?
That kind of came at the end once she'd been able to get all of her bit out, like, buy this bit, buy blah, 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 blah. Then she kind of softened me up. With
sounds like to me she was protective selling. One of the terms and conditions to get out there first in case you got in trouble.
Well, I also wonder if she didn't think that I was a secret shopper.
Well, and look, who cares about your opposition?
Well, that's it, exactly.
You can't control them. Focus on what you can control.
I think because I went about the call in a confident manner and she answered the call in a non-confident manner, she was on the back.
So that's another great thing about having animation is it actually builds up the confidence for you and also has the actual person, the customer on the other end of the phone believing you actually know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
So answering a big, loud, bold voice, that gives away the fact that you know what you're talking about, even if you don't.
And asking the right questions. So I think as a bit of a thought process for anyone out there who has a business where people are actually calling in, have 15 to 20 questions listed by the phone that people should be asking.
Absolutely,
because there's nothing worse than having that cold moment on the phone where you go, okay, do you want me to keep talking to you, salesperson?
So what we're talking about here is a situation where you've got to have an investment sales training and it's got to be regular. Okay, we often talk about Roger Federer got taught how to hit a backhand once, but he's so good because he's gone and hit 20 million of them in his training sessions. So you've got to have sales training on a regular basis because that is what makes the difference between success and failure. It only takes a 5 or 10% uplift in your sales caused by fantastic training to pay for that return on investment, and that has a legacy effect that grows and grows and grows. And you know, Zan, we're seeing it so often. That's one of the things left off the budget is sales training. You've got to have it. It's really super important. And you know, we do it, so this is as much a commercial for what we do, but it's a thing we believe in seriously, passionately, because at the end of the day, bad sales people, well, they don't make sales, and all that marketing effort's destroyed.
Exactly. We could go on for days and days about sales training and your passion for seeing it as a university degree, which
should be
I don't disagree with.
Yep.
It's one of the most important roles
in the world. That's a university disagree, not.
Yes, exactly. So to recap, we're talking product knowledge, we're talking rapport, we're talking animation.
Investment in sales.
Exactly.
Yeah, totally.
Investment
Believe
in
it's
sales.
professional, it really is.
Fantastic.
Awesome.
So I'll update you with my progress on my 3 meals a day from my pooch. App of the day. Today we're going to deep dive into the world of South Australia and we're plucking out an app which is new to the market.
Yeah.
Only been around for a couple of months.
Yep.
And big things are happening in this space. Do you want to...
Yeah, we're talking about just.com.au. So this is a really interesting app, and as a declaration, they are one of our clients, but we are pretty impressed with the actual app itself. So what it does is it actually compares and gives banks a chance to bid for your business. So it's like eBay for banks. It's a super cool thing.
Yeah, it's
and that
cool.
means you can actually put up the home loan you're seeking, and the banks can choose if they want to go after that. And so it allows you to get a better bank rate. Now this is really sensible because it's actually filling a need for both the banks and us, the consumers. So it's a really good example of how disruption occurs where both consumer and the vendor are actually of benefit. So it's good for the banks, it's good for the customers. It's just.com.au. Check it out. If you want to refinance your home loan, it's a really good spot to start. And they've done a really good job on their branding. We didn't do that, but it's really awesome stuff.
Yeah, and the app itself is very cool. But if you go to the website, you can also see there's a free home loan calculator. There's a really great ebook with some information about getting the best home loan in Australia. So you should definitely check them out, just.com.au.
Done very well.
Yeah, very cool.
Excellent.
Awesome. Thanks for joining us today. We have been The Kingdom Live. Zan and Adam.
She's Zan.
If you'd like to see any of our previous episodes, you can see them at thekingdom.com.au/the-kingdom-live. We will be back Monday. We look forward to seeing you then. Bye.
Bye.